Uber's 2025 AI training pilot. How digital microtasks are changing the gig economy, driver earnings, and the future of work. Intro. The gig economy's next big move. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show where we break down the latest in tech, money, and the gig economy. Always with an eye on how you can make smarter moves with your time and cash. Today, we're diving into a story that got the gig world buzzing. Uber's new AI training pilot program. If you've ever wondered how you could turn those idle minutes between rides into real money, or what the future of side hustles looks like as AI takes over more of the world, this episode is for you. So what's the deal? Uber, the ride-hailing giant you know from your phone, is rolling out a new way for drivers and couriers to earn digital microtasks. Think image and video annotation, text labeling, 3D point cloud and LiDAR annotation, document transcription, and even synthetic data generation. It's not just about driving anymore. It's about helping train the next generation of AI, right from your phone, and getting paid for it. But why is Uber doing this now? How does it stack up against platforms like Amazon Mechanical Turk, Appen, and Clickworker? And what does it mean for your wallet, your skills, and the future of gig work? Let's break it all down. Segment 1. Uber's AI training pilot. What is it, and why now? Let's start with the basics. In late 2025, Uber announced a pilot program that lets drivers and couriers in the U.S. earn extra cash by completing digital microtasks directly in the Uber driver app. This isn't about driving more miles or delivering more food. It's about using your downtime, like waiting for a ride request or charging your EV, to do quick online jobs that help train AI models. How does it work? Opt-in only. Drivers and couriers can choose to participate. If you're eligible, you'll see a new digital tasks section in your work hub inside the Uber driver app task variety. Tasks range from uploading photos, like street scenes or restaurant menus, recording voice samples, annotating images or videos, to transcribing documents or labeling 3D LiDAR data. Quick and flexible. Each task typically takes 2 to 3 minutes, and you can see the expected pay and estimated time before you accept. Earnings. Pay rates vary by task complexity, but Uber says most tasks pay a fixed amount, with earnings deposited into your balance within 24 hours. Early reports suggest 50 cents to $1 per task, though this is illustrative and may change as the pilot scales. Safety first. You can only do these tasks when you're not actively driving or delivering, so there's no risk of distraction on the road. Uber CEO, Dara Khosrowshahi, put like this: drivers have asked for more ways to earn, even when they're not on the road. This pilot is Uber's answer, turning idle moments into billable time and giving drivers a new way to diversify their income. Why now? The timing isn't random. The AI data labeling market is exploding, valued at nearly $2 billion in 2024 and projected to hit over $6 billion by 2030, with a 22% annual growth rate. Companies like Scale AI, Surge AI, and now Uber are racing to provide the high-quality, human-annotated data that powers everything from self-driving cars to generative AI chatbots. Uber's move is also strategic. With over 6 million global drivers and couriers, Uber has a massive, on-demand workforce that can be tapped for these microtasks. By integrating digital tasks into its app, Uber is positioning itself not just as a mobility company, but as a one-stop shop for AI data services, serving clients like Aurora, self-driving tech, Niantic, AR gaming, and Luma AI, video generation. Segment 2. What kinds of microtasks are we talking about? Let's get specific. What are these digital microtasks, and why do they matter for AI? Types of tasks in Uber's pilot. Image and video annotation. Labeling objects in photos or videos. Think drawing boxes around cars, pedestrians, or street signs to help train computer vision models for autonomous vehicles or mapping. Text labeling. Tagging entities, sentiment, or intent in text documents. This is crucial for chatbots, language models, and compliance systems. 3D point cloud and LiDAR annotation. Marking up 3D data from LiDAR sensors, which is essential for self-driving cars, robotics, and AR/VR applications. Document transcription. Converting handwritten or scanned documents into digital text, or transcribing audio samples for speech recognition. Synthetic data generation. Creating or validating AI-generated data to expand training datasets, especially for rare or edge case scenarios. Voice and audio recording. Recording yourself reading prompts in different languages or accents to improve speech recognition and multilingual AI systems. Menu and receipt uploads. Snapping photos of restaurant menus or receipts, especially in non-English languages, to help with mapping, translation, or expense tracking. These aren't just busy work. High quality, Human-labeled data is the backbone of modern AI. Without it, models can't learn to recognize the world accurately, respond to language, or make safe decisions in real time. Why human-in-the-loop matters. Even as AI gets smarter, there are still plenty of things only humans can do well, like spotting subtle differences in images, understanding context and language, or catching edge cases that algorithms miss. That's why human-in-the-loop workflows, where people validate or correct AI outputs, are so valuable. Uber's pilot leverages this by giving drivers and couriers a chance to contribute their unique perspectives, whether it's local knowledge of street layouts, language fluency, or just the ability to spot what a machine can't. Segment 3. Why this matters for drivers. Income, skills, and side hustle power. Alright, let's talk about what really matters. How does this help drivers and couriers? Income diversification and monetizing downtime. For most gig workers, the biggest challenge is income instability. You might have a great hour with surge pricing, then sit idle for 20 minutes waiting for the next ride. Uber's digital tasks turn those dead zones into earning opportunities. No extra miles, no extra wear. Unlike driving more, these tasks don't add wear and tear to your car, burn gas, or increase insurance costs. Flexible and optional. You choose when and which tasks to accept. If you're waiting at the airport lot or charging your EV, you can knock out a few microtasks and get paid. Realistic earnings. Early reports suggest that diligent drivers could add $10 to $50 per week or more, depending on task availability and how much downtime they have. It's not a replacement for driving, but it's a meaningful supplement, especially for those who already treat Uber as a side hustle. Skill development and future-proofing. Here's where it gets interesting for the financially literate crowd. Participating in AI training tasks isn't just about extra cash. It's about building digital skills that are increasingly valuable in today's economy. Learn how AI works. By labeling data, you get a behind-the-scenes look at how machine learning models are trained and validated. Build a portfolio. If you're interested in tech, data science, or remote work, these microtasks could be a stepping stone to more advanced roles in data annotation, quality assurance, or even AI operations. Stay relevant. As automation and AI reshape the job market, understanding these systems gives you an edge, whether you stick with gig work or pivot to something new. Practical tips for drivers. Stay updated. Keep your Uber driver app updated and watch for notifications about digital tasks. Prioritize high-value tasks. Some tasks pay more than others. Focus on those that match your skills or take less time. Track your earnings. Use a spreadsheet or app to monitor how much you're making per hour on digital tasks versus driving, so you can optimize your schedule. Avoid burnout. Don't overdo it. Microtasks are best as a supplement, not a replacement for your main gig. Segment 4. Uber's business strategy. From rides to AI powerhouse. Let's zoom out. Why is Uber, a company known for moving people and food, getting into the AI data labeling game? The rise of Uber AI Solutions. Uber's AI Solutions Group, launched in late 2024, is now a full-fledged business unit offering data labeling, annotation, and AI training services to enterprise clients worldwide. This isn't just about improving Uber's own maps or self-driving tech. It's about selling AI services to other companies, from autonomous vehicle startups to AR gaming firms. Acquisition of Segments.ai. In 2025, Uber acquired Segments.ai, a Belgian startup specializing in multi-sensor data labeling for robotics, drones, and autonomous systems. This gives Uber advanced tools for LiDAR and 3D annotation, making it a serious competitor to industry leaders like Scale AI. Global reach. Uber AI Solutions now operates in 30 countries, leveraging its massive driver and courier network to collect and label data at scale. Enterprise clients. Uber's client list includes Aurora, self-driving trucks, Niantic, makers of Pokemon Go, and Luma AI, video generation, among others. Why data labeling is big business. The AI boom has created insatiable demand for high-quality, labeled data. Training a self-driving car to recognize a stop sign in rain, or a chatbot to understand slang, requires millions of accurately annotated examples. Companies are willing to pay top dollar for reliable, scalable data labeling services. Market growth. The data annotation tools market is projected to grow from $1.9 billion in 2024 to $6.2 billion by 2030 by valuation multiples. AI data labeling firms like Scale AI have been valued at up to $29 billion, with revenue multiples as high as 25x, far above traditional SaaS companies. Competitive edge. By integrating data labeling into its platform, Uber can offer faster, cheaper, and more diverse annotation services than many pure-play competitors. Strategic implications. Diversification. Uber is hedging against the long-term risk of automation, reducing demand for human drivers by building a new revenue stream in AI services. Platform synergy. By using its existing driver network, Uber can scale data collection and annotation quickly without building a new workforce from scratch. Brand evolution. Uber is positioning itself as more than a ride-hailing app. It's becoming a key player in the infrastructure of the AI economy. Segment 5. The AI data labeling market. How Uber stacks up against mTurk, Appen, and Clickworker. Now, let's compare Uber's new program to the established giants of the microtask world. Amazon Mechanical Turk, mTurk, Appen, and Clickworker. These platforms have been the go-to for digital microtasks for years, but Uber's entry could shake things up. Platform comparison table. Platform deep dive. Amazon Mechanical Turk, mTurk. Overview. The OG of microtask platforms. mTurk connects businesses with a global pool of Turkers who complete human intelligence tasks, hits like surveys, data labeling, transcription, and more. Earnings. Average hourly rates range from $3 to $7, with some power users hitting $10 to $15 per hour on high-value tasks. Most tasks pay pennies, and competition is fierce. Pros. Huge variety of tasks, low entry barrier, flexible hours. Cons. Low pay for many tasks, inconsistent work, risk of rejection without recourse, and no benefits or protections. Appen. Overview. Appen specializes in AI data labeling, search evaluation, and linguistic tasks, often for big tech clients. Projects can be long-term or short-term, and pay varies widely. Earnings. $3 to $18 per hour depending on project and skill level. Some specialized roles pay more, but most microtasks are at the lower end. Pros. Higher pay for specialized projects, global reach, some long-term opportunities. Cons. Unpaid qualification tests, inconsistent work, and sometimes slow payouts. Clickworker. Overview. Clickworker offers microtasks like data labeling, writing, surveys, and access to UHRS, Universal Human Relevance System, tasks, which are among the best-paying gigs on the platform. Earnings. $3 to $10 per hour for most tasks. UHRS tasks can reach $8 to $12 per hour with experience. Pros. Mobile-friendly, global access, variety of tasks, secure payments. Cons. Sporadic work, high rejection rate, low pay for some tasks, and a learning curve for UHRS. Uber Digital Tasks. Overview. Unique in that it's only available to Uber drivers and couriers, and fully integrated into the Uber Driver app. Tasks are designed to fit into downtime, not replace driving. Earnings. Early pilot data suggests $0.50 to $1 per task, with potential for $10 to $50 per week for active users. Not a full-time income, but a solid supplement. Pros. Seamless integration, fast payout, no extra sign-up, leverages existing downtime. Cons. Only for Uber drivers/couriers. Task availability depends on client demand, and limited geographic rollout for now. Key takeaways. Uber's main advantage is integration and convenience. Drivers don't need to sign up for a new platform or juggle multiple apps. mTurk and Clickworker offer more task variety and are open to anyone, but pay is often lower and competition is higher. Appen is best for those who qualify for specialized projects, but work can be inconsistent. For Uber drivers, digital tasks are a low-friction way to monetize downtime, but not a replacement for main gig income. Segment 6. Safety, privacy, and ethical considerations. Whenever you're dealing with data, especially personal data, privacy and ethics matter. Here's what you need to know about Uber's approach and the broader issues in the data labeling world. Uber's privacy practices. Data collection. Uber collects data you provide, like photos, audio, or documents, as well as usage data from the app. For digital tasks, this might include images you upload, voice recordings, or annotations you make. Data use. Your contributions are used to train AI models for Uber's clients. Uber says tasks are not related to its own autonomous vehicle development, but rather for third-party clients. Payouts and transparency. You see pay rates and estimated time before accepting a task, and earnings are added to your Uber balance within 24 hours. Privacy controls. Uber's privacy notice outlines how your data is used, stored, and shared. You can request account deletion or limit data sharing in the app settings. Industry-wide issues. Data security. A 2024 study found that Uber and Lyft unintentionally leaked gig workers' social security numbers to Meta and TikTok via tracking pixels on their websites. While Uber quickly fixed the issue, It highlights the risks of handling sensitive worker data. Worker rights. Most Microtasks platforms classify workers as independent contractors, meaning no minimum wage, overtime, or benefits. Pay can fall below minimum wage, especially after accounting for unpaid time or rejected tasks. Algorithmic management. Platforms use algorithms to assign tasks, rate performance, and even deactivate workers. This can lead to opaque decision-making and little recourse for workers who feel unfairly treated. Ethical AI. There's growing concern about bias in AI training data and the need for diverse, representative human annotators to ensure fair and accurate models. Regulatory trends. EU Platform Work Directive, set to take effect in 2026. This law presumes platform workers are employees unless proven otherwise and requires transparency in algorithmic management. U.S. Rule changes. The Biden administration has narrowed the definition of independent contractors, aiming to reclassify more gig workers as employees. Global push for fairness. Countries like Brazil and Mexico are introducing social security coverage for platform workers, and there's a push for portable benefits and algorithmic transparency worldwide. Segment 7. Economic modeling, potential earnings, time trade-offs, and side hustle strategy. Let's get real about the numbers. How much can you actually make with Uber's digital tasks? And how does it fit into a smart side hustle strategy? Earnings potential. Uber digital tasks. Early pilot data suggests $0.50 to $1 per task, with most tasks taking 2 to 3 minutes. If you complete 10 tasks during an hour of downtime, that's $5 to $10 per hour, comparable to or better than many mTurk or clickworker gigs at mTurk. Average hourly rates are $3 to $7. With some power, users hitting $10 to $15 per hour on high-value tasks. Most users report $50 to $250 per week with consistent effort, but many make less. Clickworker. UHRS tasks can pay $8 to $12 per hour, but availability is limited and requires passing qualification tests. Most users report $25 to $240 per month, with a median of $4/HR appen. Specialized projects can pay $10 to $18 per hour, but work is inconsistent and often requires unpaid qualification. Time trade-offs. Best use case. Uber's digital tasks are ideal for monetizing otherwise unproductive downtime, waiting for rides, charging your car, or between deliveries. Not a full-time job. None of these platforms are reliable for full-time income. They're best as side hustles to supplement your main gig or job. Efficiency tips. Focus on high-value tasks, track your hourly rate, and avoid tasks with high rejection risk or unclear instructions. Side hustle strategy. Diversify platforms. Don't rely on a single app. Combine Uber digital tasks with mTurk, clickworker, or Appen to maximize opportunities. Specialize. If you have language skills, technical expertise, or attention to detail, seek out higher-paying annotation or evaluation tasks. Automate tracking. Use spreadsheets or apps to monitor your earnings, time spent, and task approval rates. Stay informed. Join online communities. Follow gig economy news. And keep an eye on regulatory changes that could affect your rights and pay. Segment 8. The future of work, scalability, AI, and the evolving gig economy. Let's wrap up by looking ahead. What does Uber's move mean for the future of gig work, AI, and your own career? Scalability and long-term effects. Uber's expansion. If the pilot succeeds, expect Uber to roll out digital tasks to more cities, more countries, and more types of workers. This could create a global, on-demand workforce for AI training, blurring the lines between driving, delivery, and digital knowledge work, AI, and automation. As AI gets better, some gig roles, like basic data entry or driving, may shrink, but new opportunities will emerge in human-in-the-loop tasks, creative gigs, and oversight roles that require judgment and empathy. Internal gig marketplaces. Companies are starting to build internal gig platforms, letting employees pick up short-term projects or stretch assignments, bringing the gig model inside the enterprise. Regulation and worker rights. Expect more laws requiring fair pay, algorithmic transparency, and portable benefits. Platforms will need to balance flexibility with protection, and workers will need to stay informed and organized. Implications for financially literate young workers. Income stacking. The future is about stacking multiple income streams, driving, digital tasks, remote work, and more. The key is flexibility, skill building, and smart time management. Skill development. Microtasks can be a gateway to higher-paying digital roles. Use them to build a portfolio, learn new tools, and network with others in the AI and tech space. Financial planning. Treat gig income as variable and supplement it with savings, investments, and long-term career planning. Don't rely on any single platform for stability. Advocacy and community. Join online forums, worker groups, and advocacy organizations to stay informed about your rights, share tips, and push for better conditions. Outro. The bottom line: Uber's digital tasks and the new era of side hustles. So what's the big takeaway? Uber's AI training pilot is more than just a new way to earn a few bucks. It's a glimpse into the future of work. As gig platforms evolve, the line between physical and digital labor is blurring. Drivers and couriers aren't just moving people and food. They're helping train the AI systems that will shape tomorrow's world. For young, financially literate workers, this is both an opportunity and challenge. The best strategy? Stay flexible, keep learning, and treat every side hustle as a stepping stone to bigger things. Whether you're annotating images, labeling text, or just making the most of your downtime, you're part of a global shift toward a more digital, diversified, and dynamic economy. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend, leave a review, and let us know what gig economy trends you want to hear about next. Until then, keep hustling smart. And remember, the future of work is what you make it.